Listen up. Where's Dr. Godfrey? Can you give me more sound? That'd be great. Okay, first, before we get started on what happened out there, how about I hand the emergency staff that came to Okay, I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Henderson in just a minute, but part of the reason for doing this is also, people saying, I saw some of you, and initially, you kind of got a reaction, and as things went on, you kind of there's some chuckling and stuff and things along those lines. Part of that is a nervous reaction. Sometimes if people are seeing a traumatic event, there's laughter which just seems completely out of place. But, the reason to do all of this, the reason to kind of emphasize all of this to you is because this starts a period. Prom is really the kickoff of a period that starts this Saturday and will go through June 4th. June 4th obviously is graduation, or even the end of school, June 6th. It kind of goes through that whole period. This is a time period when there's a lot of celebration in the case of prom, a really nice evening out. Most of you are going to a dinner of some kind before prom, and then you're coming to prom, and then after prom, and this is an exciting time, and we want you to have a really good time. You're going to have graduation parties to go to and things that people are celebrating the fact that this comes to the culmination of 12 years of school. The thing we don't want to see is this and what you saw out there. So, as part of this, as you go through all this, is the fact that we want your, first and foremost, and I've said this to you in orientation, I've said this to you if you're a senior 4 years now, juniors at least 3 years now, at the beginning is, you are first and foremost responsible for yourself. Don't be one of the people who does this kind of thing. But secondly, you're also responsible for your friends. We have been very fortunate here in the last few years. It has been a few years since we've had an accident where we've had funerals. But you as an entire group, have been in the school system when we've had multiple different funerals for accidents that have happened over the course of a year, or even summer, or whatever the case may be. That joy, that fun time of prom and graduation and everything that goes on in between is great. But that all gets shattered for an entire school, for an entire community, when we aren't doing things responsibly. And so you have also, beyond just yourself to take care of, you also have your friends. Obviously don't drink. You're not allowed to drink. It's against the law. But also don't get a vehicle with somebody who has. Take the keys away from somebody who has. Let's be realistic. Don't text. Now, you're not allowed to text. You're not supposed to be texting, but that's an easy habit. I watch some of you get on the cell phones as you're driving away. And I step in front of your vehicles to say, knock it off. Because it doesn't take much. Most of the accidents we've had have been on beautiful sunny days with no circumstances at all in it other than just driving down the road. Now you introduce into that texting or punch people, having a good time in a car and getting distracted in the driver, or alcohol, or anything, or any other substances involved in it, and we have this. So let me turn it over to Mr. Henderson.